everyone. This is Paulette Ms. Music Jackson coming your way. It is Sunday, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to all of you who are watching. I wanted to do, this is another episode of my perspective. It's a video series that I started months ago, and I try to present content that's going to hopefully help others, and also to just to kind of get my own thoughts and my own views to share them with all of you. Maybe some of you have the same views, same perspectives as I do, but these are my thoughts, my perspective. So today I want to talk about grieving. Because it's so much going on, as we all know, with this coronavirus going on. We've lost so many people, unfortunately, because of this horrible virus. And a lot of us are just taking it day by day. We're used to having interaction with our family, friends, and loved ones, co-workers, whatever, business partners, whatever the case may be. And so this coronavirus has just kind of put us into a new norm. And the reality is that, yeah, we have to make the best of it because we don't have a choice, but there are some difficult days, and that's just reality. And I think people should be a little bit more sensitive to that it's harder on some folks as it is on others, you know. Yeah, we try day by day just to live in this new norm, and prayerfully, if I'm saying that correctly, hopefully, and I'm praying, probably along with a lot of you, that we get past this sooner rather than later. If we all keep doing the things that we need to do in order to combat it. But more so, I want to talk about, again, as I mentioned, we've lost so many people because of this virus. But two, and that is tragic, you know. It's tragic not knowing, you know, and just have to take care of ourselves and so on and so forth. But we still have loved ones, friends and family who are dealing with other health issues other than the coronavirus. You know, that's just one more thing on top of everything else that we've already had to deal with, you know, whether personally or friends and family that we know of people that are dealing with other illnesses, so on and so forth. And some of them are terminal, you know. Case in point, I had a friend of mine who passed away last week. Dear friend of mine. And he was dealing with an illness that had nothing to do with the coronavirus. I'm going to repeat that, had nothing to do with the coronavirus, but had some health issues for a minute. And he and I had chatted about some of that, a lot of that over the past few months. And from the time that the diagnosis was confirmed rather, it's like here one day, gone the next. And it threw me for a loop. And a lot of people that he touched, that he was friends with all over the country. Okay, he was in the UK, but he made friends all over this country, you know, in the US. And he was truly loved, truly loved. He was such a great friend to me personally. He really was, and to so many others. He mentored so many others. He was in the music industry, you know. He was a music presenter over in the UK. Had a show that came on every Sunday that I listened to almost every Sunday, and he always shout my name out and shout all his other listeners out and supporters. And he was just a fantastic person, a fantastic friend. And of course, I knew that we would communicate every day, several times a day, and he did with so many people. And a lot of times he would just pick up the phone and call. Again, he was in the UK, and so to have that type of friendship, and now it just be gone, yeah, it really knocked me out. It really knocked me for a loop. It really did. I truly miss him. And so which brings me to the subject at hand for this particular episode of my perspective. Yes, as adults, as human beings, we know that death is a part of life, that we're going to lose people, whether it be friends, family, close co-workers, business partners, where we know that. Yeah, we know that. And whether you're prepared for it or not, you still are going to grieve. It's still going to be painful. But I feel it's even more so when you're not prepared, you know? And in the light of everything that's going on, we as humans are used to being able to celebrate their lives or give them a homegoing or, services, so on and so forth. But in light of everything that's going on, that's not really possible. So it makes it that much more difficult in my eyes. And other people I've talked to, it's like that is the hard part, not being able to, celebrate that life. But we have to mentally, we have to emotionally, inside of our souls. We continue to think about the good times and the laughters and the tears and the conversations and so on and so forth to get us through. But what's always been a thorn in my side, and again, this is my view, my perspective. Doesn't matter who you're grieving for, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a death of a person. You could be grieving a job or career that's ended, that you put your heart, soul, and sweat and tears into, that's ended. You could be grieving a relationship. You could be grieving a friendship that's ended. No matter what the grief is for you, no one has a right to tell you that you shouldn't grieve. No one has the right, in my opinion, to tell you to hurry up and get past it. Oh, well, death is a part of life. It's going to happen every day. People die every day. Or I'm going to need you to hurry up and get past this. No one has the right to tell you that. Everyone is going to have their own level of grief. We all grieve in different ways. It could be a week, it could be a month. I mean, there's really no time frame. I have a brother who's near and dear to me, very close to. This is the 10th year since his passing. He passed 6 days before his birthday, and I still grieve for him. Yeah, as the years has gone on, of course, I remember him. I laugh at, remember his laugh or a conversation or a song they wrote because he was in the business. He was in the music business. But I still grieve for him. And it's been 10 years this year. My mother and father passed 3 years with each other. I still grieve for them. My friend just passed last week. I'm definitely still grieving for him. I'm grieving for the fact that I can't interact or travel or whatever because of all this coronavirus stuff going on. I'm grieving. No one has the right to tell me or you how long you should grieve, how you should grieve, the level of grief. No one has the right to do that. We all grieve in different ways, in different levels. So don't let anyone, I don't care who it is, don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong to grieve, or you have to hurry up and grieve, or you have to hurry up and get over it. No, you don't. You don't. And if people are truly not understanding of that, that's their issue, not yours. Because unless you have ice running through your veins, we are human beings. Those of us who feel with our hearts, with our souls. We grieve for our loved ones. We grieve for relationships. We grieve for friendships that may have ended, depending on how important that person or relationship or business relationship or friendship was to you. I don't have the right to tell anybody to hurry up and grieve, or you shouldn't grieve, or death is a part of life. Yeah, I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm a human being. I haven't gone through 51 years of life not knowing that, yeah, people don't live forever. But again, unless you have ice running through your veins, you are going to grieve. And no one has the right, again, I'm going to say this again, no one has the right, whether they're calling themselves joking or whatever, no one has the right to tell you that you shouldn't grieve or they need you to hurry up and get over it. I think that is so insensitive. And again, this is my perspective. You all don't, you can agree or disagree. But I think that is very insensitive for a person to even say that to a person that's grieving. People, grieve. You have to. You have to process and get through the way you need to, not the way anyone else wants you to or thinks that you should. Whether it's prayer, whether it's tears, whether it's screaming out to the world, whether it's venting to a good friend or family member, whatever your process is to get through, you do that and have no shame about it. Do not hide how you feel to make someone else comfortable. Just because they don't grieve or they feel like, oh, well, it's, it is what it is. Let's move on. I mean, as the days get by and the years go by, it'll get a little easier to deal with, but you still grieve for that person. You still miss that person, or you still miss that relationship maybe, or that friendship, or that career, or whatever. But you grieve the way you need to. It's not wrong. It's human. It is human. Believe that it's human. So, with that, everyone, I continue to pray for us all that with each passing day, that all of this that is going on gets better. That we come from up under this. And God bless families and the friends who have left behind, that are left behind from the people who have passed on, whether it be from this virus, whether it be from another illness or disease. I pray for each and every one of you for strength to get through. But go through the grieving process. It's okay. Cry when you need to, when you want to. It's okay. I cry with you and for you. And I dedicate this episode, in my perspective, to my dear friend, Mr. Bill Randall, who passed away last week. I miss him dearly. He was a true, true friend to so many. May he rest in peace. Everyone, God bless. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Easter Sunday. And let's remember what the day is all about. Until the next My Perspective, I am your host, Paulette Jackson. Take care, everyone.